Unbelievable. Hello and welcome to RC Birds, and thanks for stopping by. In this video I do a little review about my Bronco. I show you the first run, and after that we discuss a few things. So since the last video I have done some sticker work. I had changed the springs on the shocks. These are ones with a middle stiffness and these are with a hard stiffness. And this adjustment wheel is just down as far as it goes. I tried to repair this, but this won't work. This is all for the moment. So have fun with the run. Okay, I know this footage was more kind of trailing than crawling, but for health reasons I couldn't build up a crawling track, and we come to this later when I build up my indoor crawling track. So what are my thoughts about the Bronco? It's a very good car, right out of the box, but I really have to say you have to do some improvements. And for this, I've forgotten since the last time, I can put on the metal drive shafts. I don't know where the mistake was before, so they won't fit, but now they fit perfect. That is great. And they add a little bit weight to the car. And one thing else I had done was to change the jumpers from the fog lights and the headlights, but there we come later to it when we come to the negative things about the car. First, I have to say the parts are very cheap. They are very good available on Amazon, most of them. And as I said before, for the screws, you can see here are two kinds of screws. If they go into the axial parts, use the axial screw. If they go into the enduro parts, you see enduro screws which are coming along with the parts. And if it's metal on metal, please use some really only some Loctite, so you can open it every time you want to. My improvements were very good. The car is on the lower side very heavy, and on the upside slightly not so much. But one thing I had seen as I filmed the running footage is that the car is very bottom heavy, and for this reason I had put the stiff springs on and put these little wheels down, so the car stays horizontal. It hasn't done it as the standard springs were in. It always goes back to its back, especially when the battery is in. The next thing are the rims. I will change them. You can see here are 6 holes. There should be these screws into it here too, but you won't move the wheel nut if they are in. There's no space, and at this point I have to, after using a tool, use the pliers to fix them already. This isn't so nice, but this is an aftermarket problem. One thing I have mentioned is after I changed the jumpers, because I want the fog lights to go on and off, it doesn't work. All 4 lights are on. I don't know why. If you got some solution for it, please let me know. Both LED sets here and here have to be the same. Both are switched parallel. I don't know why this isn't working. It might be that the electronic in here doesn't work as well as I want to. After putting on the 43mm shocks, see there's a lot of travel. It might in some extreme situations already rub on the body, but I could put in the bumper a little bit. There are 3 holes in here and I put it on the last, and so for this, now it looks great and more original than before. As you can see here, the car has turned over a little bit. I have to glue on the mirror with shoe glue. It doesn't fit into the hole again, don't know why. For the dampers, I have to say, if you use this lubrication for differentials, they are much smoother than before because they are normal metal on metal, and you can lubricate it a little bit, and I'm fine with it, although they don't close up really. The bouncing of the body has reduced, as you can see it in the video. The decals, I'm not so happy with it. You have to hair dry them because they are much too thick. I think I will try if I can get some other decals for other bodies. I will do. And because the car is still some bottom heavy, I will put out the interior and tint the windows black. But altogether, I'm really happy with the car. It runs good, and I can really recommend it to you to buy this little car. The work on it made lots of fun. Although I have really big hands, I really get along with the screwdriver. Please make sure that you've got a magnetic screwdriver. Although it doesn't fit on this nickel ones, it fits on the original black ones, which are probably made out of metal, which also means they might rust sometime. But if you don't use a metal screwdriver, you can also use pliers to set them in place. They don't take much force to get in. This is great. I have no issues, although at the first, but this is because of the little experience I had. It was a little bit fiddly to put in the motor. I should have made this when I changed it in my third video, this center plate, and then all together. So let's talk about the big problem I have with this car. or the big failure of this car. It's this. Some evening I noticed a toe in at the car, and as I forced it down, it really came out. You can see that this is a little bit more inwards than this wheel. The reason is the axle housing is bended towards. First, I had the links insuspicious, but as you can see, the high clearance links here have the same length as this, and if the relation of these down links, upper links, and the drive shafts are the same, the axle should tilt. So this is the reason why I have the Betty here. Here I have the same. It's a little bit easier to watch or to see. The wheels have this line on the middle, and here you can see it's right out of the body, and here it's a little inside. This is not so good, and I really prefer metal axles. For now I have to buy them for this car, and they aren't cheap. And I have the fear that this axle, which is in here, might be bended, so there be a little bit so I have to hurry up to get new housing for this. And the other thing is, many housings are coming along with the steering, and the pumpkins, I don't need this, so I have to search that I get only the axles. But this is the one thing I don't like on the SCX22. So I thank you for watching. If you got some questions, please write it down in the comments. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. This will really help me out. See you soon on AC Birds.